Hey guys, thanks for dropping by Design by Kathy. Today we're going to do a dirty pour, acrylic dirty pour on a 12 by 12 canvas, and then we're going to come back and do a string pull over it. So let me get everything set up and let's get started. I chose to use three colors. I'm going to use red, and this one was actually called Real Red, as opposed to, I don't know, fake red. Anyway, this is Real Red, and I'm going to use black and this metallic antique gold. I don't know if I've got a fondness for that. I'm going to, I've got them mixed. I have mixed each of my paint colors with 1 part paint to about 1.5 parts of my Floetrol. Floetrol. That's hard to say. Say it 3 times real fast. I got it at Lowe's. It's a big bottle. It was on sale for, I want to say like $14 or $13. Anyway, watch for it on sale. So really, I like to watch, I'm a sales shopper, but that's a whole nother story, isn't it? So let's get right on with it here. I want to make sure that your paint is well mixed, and I am going to layer this. Now, again, I want to mention, and I've mentioned before, but if you're just tuning in first time, if you kind of, when you're layering, if you kind of bank the paint off the side of your cup, it doesn't hit as hard, so it doesn't just kerplunk down to the bottom of your cup. So just kind of bank it off the edge. It makes the side of the cup look a little dirtier, but I mean, it's a dirty pour, right? I am a huge fan of red. I don't know, I'm drawn to it so incredibly crazy. But I actually have a lot of red in my house, which is, I live at the beach, so, okay, it's a little weird. But anyway, I also feel like I've really missed you guys. I went out of town last week, went on a little ladies trip to Catalina Island. If you've not been there, it is just really a really cool place to go. You feel like you've just stepped off, you've just stepped into a incredibly quaint foreign country. Well, I guess it'd be foreign if you're not in the United States, but otherwise, and it's like a 30-minute express boat ride on the Catalina Express. Anyway, it was just really a nice little getaway weekend, but unfortunately when I got home on Sunday, I got sick, so it's really messed up my little last week. So let's get started here, and like I said, this is my base color. I also want to mention, since we're going to be doing the string pull, I've got just this little thing of string. Probably you get this, get it at Walmart, the hardware store, whatever. It's just this little thin string. Last time I used it, it worked fine. So we're gonna hope and that we get the same cool results. So we're gonna start pouring here, and no rhyme or reason to this pour. We're not trying to get a definite design or anything with this. Just want to have these colors because I like them. I want to see if I can let all of that drip out, especially looks like I need a little more black in there. But I think that's dripped all it's gonna drip. I am supporting my canvas here with my push pins, like so. Just stick them in the little wood part there to hold them up. Makes it easier for you to grip them, grip the canvas, and it also keeps your paint from puddling up against your canvas while it's drying after it drips over the edges. Now before you start letting your paint run all off the edges here, You're going to want to try to get as much of your surface covered as possible. And then we can let it flow. But, you know, you want to get as much of this paint to cover your surface before we let it run all off to our edges. Now, there's still a good bit of movement. I hope that picks it up in the camera, because it's really kind of cool to watch it. It's a little bit mesmerizing, actually. But I want all these, I want it to flow all across my edges. Now, I'll be honest, I'm liking these colors just like they are. This would so match the colors in my den and actually my kitchen. So now you know way too much about me that I am a huge fan of red. Oh yes. Now I'm going to set my canvas sideways. I'm going to try to do this sideways. I just can't, I mean, if I got in front of the camera, you're going to see the back of my head, and I just don't want to do that to you. So I want to try to see if I can clean off my gloves, because I don't want to waste gloves and try more. I mean, you waste more. So I'm going to try to clean off myself as much as I can here. Still see little dauber spots there, but... And this is all acrylic paint. I guess you don't have to wear gloves if you want to work hard at getting it all off your hands. But I kind of, I need to wear gloves. Okay. Wow. Okay, the gold, I'm gonna try to get some really good close-ups, because the gold in this is just giving it a shimmer. I don't have any glitter or additive in here, but the gold is just making a really cool, glittery look. Now let me double check to make sure I still have everybody in the frame. Oh, good. Okay, so I still have my red here. So I'm gonna take my little string number 1. And I cut up several just to, in case. So what I'm gonna do, I wanna keep it to where you can see though. Let me make sure. All right, so I'm gonna take my little string, and I am going to try to, as neatly as possible here, dip it down in my red. How I pre-measured, let me try that again. How I pre-measured this is exactly the way that I'm gonna lay it out on here. I just kind of, I laid it out the same way I'm gonna lay it out on the canvas now, is how I laid it out to get a general idea of my length. So now I'm gonna pull it out, and I don't wanna, I don't wanna wipe any of the paint off, but I'm just gonna drag it along the edge there. I don't know where that little kink is there. Drag it along the edge. It's a pretty good amount of stream here, huh? Okay, so we've got it to the edge. I don't want it to drip. Okay, so now I am going to just start here, and I'm going to just twine this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to just continue this all the way down to the length of my the length of my paint, let's just say. This is fine. I really want to try to keep it all coming here towards the middle. So now we're going to start with our drag, and I'm just going to carefully pull it all here to the center, or whatever, this is really in the center, but I didn't want it to go just straight down. And there we have our number one. Okay, and if I must say, this looks way cooler than I even was anticipating. So now, since that has multi-colors on it, and I have multi-colors all over me, let me see if I can wipe some of that off. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to take my little string. This one is cut exactly the same length, which, you know, it doesn't matter. You just don't want to completely run out of string, you know. You want to make sure you have enough. I'm going to take my popsicle stick and see if I can just get her dipped all down in there. Well, and we have Halloween coming up. Someone says, well, actually, I think it was my husband, suggested doing something Halloween. Halloween art. Well, unless I was going to do it with Cricut to have a Halloween saying on it, really never came up with a great idea of what to do. You could definitely pick some, you know, great fall colors and do something, you know, with a nice little Halloween or fall saying on it. Okay, same thing. I'm going to loop this one under, and then we're going to go over and back around and around. And I really don't want to let that drip. I mean, I didn't want to just blop it down on there. Just going to keep going. Same technique that we did a while ago. And this one, as you can see, I want to pull it straight towards the edge here. So we're going to do the exact same thing. And I'm going to pull it gently, gently, gently across here. Now, y'all know, if you've watched any of my videos before, where I truly know that less is more, but I usually keep going until I get it to where, like, that wasn't what I wanted. But I happen to think I like this just like it is. I'm actually not going to touch anything else. I thought about putting some smaller ones. I'm not going to do it. I know we could. If you want to try it when you do it, feel free to do whatever you do. Hey, and I hope that if you do try to create some of these things, be sure and tag me on Instagram at Design by Kathy. I would love to see the works that you're trying, because this is just fun to do, and this came out pretty cool. I'll get a close-up picture, and pretty tickled with how that came up. Got different things rolling in my head about we can try next time. If you've got anything that you'd like me to try, I'll be happy to give it a try and go ahead and get my hands dirty. We'll see what we can come up with together. Well, that turned out to be way more fun than I had even thought that it would be. So I'm so glad that we gave this little project a try, and I hope you will too. Guys, thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to those of you that have subscribed and commented. I love you more than I can say. Please share, please like, and please subscribe. Anyway, whatever you do, make it yours, make it personal, and you can do it. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.